Hello everyone, Zoro here, and welcome back to another video.
Took you long enough.
Shut up, Raph! Anyway, what's up guys? After struggling with a format that I could make my own for reviewing Pokemon episodes, I finally found a way that I could put my own spin on it. So instead of giving each episode a score, I'm going to be presenting my weekly leaderboard. This is my own original idea that I in no way based on any other PokeTubers format. This video is a little longer because I want to show off my ranking for each episode, but in the future they're going to be short and sweet. I'm going to give my thoughts on that week's episode and then I'll place it on my leaderboard. That'll be my way of rating it because I suck at 1 to 10 rankings. So placing an episode on my leaderboard each week will allow you guys to see how I think each episode stacks against other episodes in my opinion. If any changes to the leaderboard outside of that episode happen, I'll update you guys on that as well. So for this week, I'll just be giving a sentence or two about each episode on my leaderboard. So without further ado, let's begin. There are episodes that are so bad that they're good. This isn't one of them. Cringe. This episode would be an okay filler episode, but the fact that they baited us with Piplup and Krogunk rubs me the wrong way. Yeah, I'm sorry, this should have been a special episode, not one in the main series. I don't care about this episode, and to top it off, Ash caught another new Pokemon when some of his other Pokemon haven't even done much of anything for several episodes. I guess the filler character is cool, but this episode was just kind of boring. I wish we got to see more of Go's Pikachu as a Pikachu. In my opinion, it should have stayed unevolved for a while. It was boring. That's literally all I have to say. The best part about this episode was watching Ben fall out of his chair and the reaction. I think this is a bit of a hot take, it just wasn't memorable for me. Say it with me now, missed potential. The thing I was hyped for was the Team Rocket team up with Ash and Go, but that lasted barely any time and also they made Ash look stupid in this episode. Pikachu, quit being a little bitch. Wah, I'm Sobble. I showed up and had a generic abuse backstory. Wah. Wow, what a unique and hype Pokemon capture. Too bad
Dragonite
has only been relevant in like 3 episodes since. So bad that it's actually good. But at the end of the day, it's just an irrelevant filler episode. I wish they would have referenced Ash's Bulbasaur in this, but it was a nice episode to further establish the tone of the series. This is just harmless, satisfying filler in my opinion. It would have been way cooler if they had Jessie catch this Ditto and use it instead of the gacha machine, but for what it's worth, this episode wasn't terrible at all. Go catch a Scorbunny, awesome. I still hate Gigantamax in the anime though. This episode came out on the day everyone was kind of shitting on Pokemon Journeys, but I thought it was really wholesome and some nice development for Sobble. I think this was a fun episode, and even if it wasn't amazing by any stretch, it was the one that brought us back into the series after the hiatus, so it's gonna hold a special spot in my heart regardless. It was also cool to see Go's Pokemon from up to that point in the series as well. I really liked the development Chloe got in this episode, but I can't help but wish that she actually caught the Pidove. Overhyped, but for what it's worth, I felt like this was a pretty wholesome episode. Wow, what a unique and hype Pokemon capture! Too bad
Gengar
has only been relevant in like 3 episodes since. A great introduction to the Galar region, and we get introduced to Scorbunny as well. I liked seeing Go's dedication to his goal in action. Chloe finally gets to take part in a battle, but I can't help but wish it was a little bit longer. The subtle callbacks to Ash's experiences in the original series were really nice. I also really liked the dance battle. I think this was amazing development for Go and an amazing use of the soundtrack. They set it up well in my opinion, and even though Go ended up catching Suicune in a cringe way, I feel like the events that happened afterwards throughout the episode really made up for it. I enjoyed the wholesome episode, and it was nice to see Chloe finally go somewhere outside of Kanto. Now this should have been episode 1. Great introduction to the series in my opinion. This was a chill, laid-back episode, and Team Rocket teams up with Ash and Go. I wish Matori's Alolan Meowth returned, though. The first Unova outing in this series didn't disappoint. The raid battle was amazing. This was a nice Go and Scorbunny episode. Go learned to always think about his Pokemon's wishes as well. Even though this episode didn't amount to much, it humanized Go by showing us his family, and I really appreciated that. Not only did this episode establish Ash's goal for the series, it was a nice way to show Leon is still a down-to-earth and chill guy. The return to Galar, and they showed that Lance still exists. Also, Leon is basically the Pokemon equivalent of a superstar. I feel like at this point in the arc we shouldn't have rising action, but it was still nice to watch. I feel like at this point in the arc we should have rising action, and it was nice to watch. The first episode without Ash Ketchum. This was one of the most well-constructed episodes, and it had a satisfying ending. Karina, it was nice to see you back in the Pokemon anime. You should have won this battle though. I think this was a great ending to the arc, but in my opinion, it felt a bit rushed. Ash finally gets a Riolu. Let's freaking go. Chloe is now an official member of the gang, and that starts with her getting her first Pokemon. Wait, hold on. Farfetch'd finally gets screen time? Let's go! Also, I did not expect the battle to be this amazing. Ash finally took the L that he deserved. Quit being so full of yourself, Ash. Continuity and Ash's first World Coronation Series battle. What more could you ask for? Hodge was an awesome rival of the day, and Mr. Mime got his battling debut. This was the best episode in the Sword and Shield arc. It was set up nicely, and it was hype as hell. Soundtrack was perfect. The best Go Capture episode in the series, and it also developed Ash really nicely. I will always love this episode. A good random trainer battle, Go captures a Pokemon, and there's a fun slice of life activity. This was a packed episode, and realistically it should have been 2, but Ash had great moments, Sonia was introduced, and come on, was caught. Definitely the most surprising capture in Pokemon Journeys. This episode showed us that Bee isn't just a stern and hardened person at all times. She takes battling seriously, but outside of battling, she's actually someone who shows human emotions. Definitely a needed episode in my opinion. This is the kind of continuity I've wanted in the Pokemon anime since Diamond and Pearl, and while it should have been 2 or more episodes, that's not a problem with this episode specifically, it's a Journeys problem. This episode is made better because yes, there's a ton of fan service, but it's continuity with a purpose, and that purpose shows us what these characters have been doing off screen. They get introduced to Go and develop him even further. I loved it. And I also love you for watching this entire video. Make sure to subscribe and ring the bell icon to see my thoughts on future episodes and my updated leaderboard for each week. Follow me on Twitter for epic tweets and constant updates as well. I'll see you guys very soon.